Hello and welcome. I'm doing another reading today. This one is going to be to do with the Invictus service and how it seemed to go very successfully. Harry's Invictus anniversary service at St. Paul's Cathedral, and it seemed to go really well. And so I'm wondering, how is William feeling about this? Because there have been reports in the past about a bit of jealousy um, on William's part towards Harry, to do with the Invictus Games. There are pro royal reporters who've said this. I think it was Robert Jobson, maybe one or two others, who several years ago said that there was quite a bit of jealousy because the games are so successful, and William was probably a bit put out that he didn't think of it or do it. So like a sibling rivalry type of thing. So I want to get a sense, how is William feeling about it? Because I found it very strange that the whole royal family ignored this service. I mean, this service isn't just about Harry. In fact, he's a small part of it. It's about the veterans, the injured veterans. I mean, if the royal family wants to show itself as being truly, benevolent and kind, they would they take the high road and say, and they would go. I mean, like what? I mean, there should have at least been a representative there, at least one representative, and I found it very strange how King Charles's first garden party of the season just happened to be on the same day. I'm pretty sure the Invictus service date would have been booked before the garden party one, so it seems like that was deliberately done to me. It really, I mean, that is, I don't want to be too, that comes off as petty to me, but I just want to get an idea of how William is feeling. How does William feel about this? I have my suspicions, but I want to see what the cards have to say about it. So, it's also at the Invictus service. There are pictures of Harry hugging his uncle Earl Spencer and his aunt Jane, and I think there might have been some other Spencers there, I'm not sure, but it was all very successful. So I'm wondering how William's feeling about this. So as I said, I have my own suspicions, but I'm just asking the cards. Okay, I want to see what the cards have to say. So, and again, and obviously, as always, this is for entertainment purposes. I'm just asking questions and intuitively reading the cards that I pull. Okay, so that come up. So, how does William feel about it? Like, how does he feel about the Invictus service and how well it went? Like, how did he feel when he saw the pictures of Harry, leading, like, having the service, doing the reading, everyone admiring him, everyone thinking what a great job he'd done creating the games, seeing him as a leader. There were pictures of people waiting outside behind barricades to see him. How is William feeling about all this? How does William feel about the Invictus service? How does he feel about Harry's success at the Invictus anniversary service, this recent anniversary service at St. Paul's Cathedral? How does William feel about it? I'm going to give the cards a really good shuffle. How does William feel about it? How does William feel about it? Okay. All right. The Empress. Okay. Page of Cups. Queen of Pentacles, going to take one from the middle. The Eight of Swords. Take another one from the middle. The Two of Pentacles. The Fool. Oh. So we'll start with that, and then I pull some clarifiers after. Okay, so let's see. The Empress. That's an interesting one to come up. Do you know what? I think that's thinking about his mother. Because remember, St. Paul's Cathedral was where Charles and Diana got married. And a lot of people are saying like it was almost it was very it was interesting, like to see Harry and the Spencers, going to St. Paul's Cathedral, and Harry having this triumph there, after everything that happened with his parents' marriage, because that's where Charles and Diana were married, and Diana had quite a lot of Empress kind of energy, you know what I mean? Very maternal and nurturing, and so I think that's thinking about his mother. I think it made him thinking about his mother a bit. Well, and of course because the Spencers were there, right? So the bringing up emotions to do with his mother. Up here we have the Eight of Swords. Someone feeling trapped. And they're blindfolded too. I think he feels like trapped in his emotions to do with that. I don't know if he really knows how to express his emotions about that. I don't think he really knows how to express. I think those emotions feel tied up like this, you know what I mean? And then here we have the Page of Cups and the Two of Pentacles. This is like juggling something. And then down here, this can be like an immature type of energy. I think this is kind of transporting him back to a kind of a childish energy or a childlike energy, because all of these old memories are coming up. It's kind of sparking, sparking these childhood kind of energies. Okay, and then the Queen of Pentacles. This card often comes up as representing Kate. But it's also come up, I believe, before in other contexts. Like in other contexts, it can sometimes come up as kind of like a Camilla type of thing too. But it could also reflect. It doesn't necessarily have to be a person. Even though it's a court card, it could also reflect energies, like the energy of being pragmatic, of thinking about practical things, resources, of being in a prosperity, material well-being, material safety, that kind of thing. And here we have the Fool, and this can be foolishness, but it can also be new beginnings. But but with the foolishness, it can be like leaping before you look. I don't know. I think with this Empress card coming up and this all of that I mentioned, I think he's feeling. I think he's feeling a bit confused emotionally. Like he's juggling how he's feeling. I think he's juggling how he's feeling. And I think there are some kind of like immature emotions coming up. Like things getting triggered. Do you know what I mean? I think he's trying to, I think he's trying to like ground himself somewhat. He's trying to like ground himself by thinking about material well-being. You know, and I think he just wants to like step into a new. I think he wants to step into a new kind of realm of emotion, or where he doesn't have to think about these things. But that can be foolish, like stepping off a cliff. If you don't face your emotions about certain things, eventually they are going to catch up with you, and that can be the stepping off a cliff thing. Okay. What's at the bottom? I have a feeling to look at the bottom. Oh, oh my goodness! I had a feeling to look, and look what it is. Okay, yeah, there's definitely some negative stuff going on here. That could be the jealousy. That could be the green-eyed monster coming in. I think like there. I think there's an attachment to being the. That made me jump. It really did. I had a feeling. Look at the bottom. Look at the bottom, and it made me jump. It probably sounded weird on the thing, but the yeah, I think this in this context is pointing like he's attached to this idea. He's the firstborn. He has to be getting all the attention. He has to be the one seen to be a great leader. I don't think he can stand seeing Harry get that attention. But what he doesn't understand, I think he's attached to these very immature reactions. But what he doesn't understand is that it's not helping him. He would have looked much better. He would have looked. People would have admired him more. I think a lot of people would have admired him more, if he just maybe if he gone and said I'm going, and it doesn't have to do with like whether or not he gets along with his brother. It has to do with that he's supporting wounded veterans, right? It kind of shows yourself taking the higher path. But this jealousy, maybe this attachment to always being the best. It always gets better of him, you know. I think he's like stepping off a cliff with it a bit. Okay, well, I think we. What else do we have here? The Seven of Pentacles. I think he's frustrated because he keeps going on all these engagements, and no matter how much his fans, I'm as I said before, I try not to take sides, but as I'm a human being, I can't help having my own opinions on things. I try to be as objective as I can with the readings, but other than like diehard fans, a lot of people do notice that when William goes on engagements, if you actually look past the media hype and actually take the time to look at the coverage and how many people are there usually aren't many people there. Especially if Kate's not there. That's why a lot of the time they won't show if there's anyone lined up or anyone behind barricades, because usually there's hardly anyone there. And I think he'd be really getting some negative emotions from seeing all the people lined up for Harry. My goodness. But I think this is like he's getting frustrated because he keeps doing all these engagements and he's not seeing it pay off the way he thinks it should. But I think he's kind of holding himself back by holding on to these animosities. Well, I think he really is. Anyway, I think that was an interesting reading. Let me know what you think. Please like, please subscribe, so you see all my future videos as they're posted. And as always, please be courteous in the comments. We all have our own opinions, and that's fine. As I've said before, of course, I'm a human being. I have my own opinions, but I don't. But I am not a person who says, "Oh, I have to be team this or team that." I don't do that. I say, my own interpretations and my own opinions. And my own opinions, of course, I have them. But when I'm reading the cards, I try to be as fair as I can. You know what I mean? But I'm doing interpretation, so of course my own intuitions come into it. So of course, be nice in the comments. You can give your opinion, but please don't be derogatory to other people. And But, if you have an honest opinion, you can say it. So I hope you enjoyed our reading. Please like, please subscribe. And I hope I'll see you again next time. Have a wonderful day. Bye.